I guess the cliche is the modern left, whatever people call it, like the capital L tribal left, seems to be being indoctrinated not by left-wing policy ideas. It's not about necessarily socialism. It's about identitarianism. It's about policy based on your immutable characteristics and how, going back to the Green New Deal, like in the bill, it talks about racial equity. What does that have to do with the environment?
But what does that mean?
Well, equality would be like you equal opportunity. Two people are allowed to try, and if one succeeds, congratulations. Equity would be, well, let's determine whether or not you are advantaged or privileged, and then hold you back or push you forward based on these certain metrics, I suppose. It's the problem I have with it is that it's not quantifiable. So this was actually something that was really shocking to me. I was sitting with my niece, and my sister, my niece, and my mom, and I showed this image that people like to share. It's three people standing up by a baseball a fence, and there's a baseball game. There's a really short person who can't see. There's a medium-sized person who can see a little bit, and a very tall person who just stands right up above the fence. It says, this is equality. Each of them gets one crate. Well, one crate isn't enough for the short guy, and the two guys can already see. It says, this is equity, and it shows the short guy getting, 3 crates so they can all see now. And I said, the problem is, when it comes to someone's height, sure, we can understand. Let's give the crates to the short guy so he can see along with us. But how do you determine equity based on the color of someone's skin or their characteristics that can't necessarily be quantified, right? So when Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez pushes a bill forward that's purporting to be about the environment, but it includes racial equity clauses, are we to assume that her ideology states that if you are not white, you are poor it's a guarantee? Or do we have to assume that each individual has different advantages, different cards to play, and some are born wealthy, some aren't? And yes, there's historic racism, but we can't make those assumptions, right?
Right.
So this is to me one of the biggest problems I've been having as like a lifelong left-leaning